here. I want you guys to see something. Okay, Custer, you come here. What do we got, buddy? What is this? What's that? A hole in the wall. You don't say. I know, that's some quality work right there. You don't have to tell me. I know how good it is. All right, we got a bad connection here under the stairs. We're in Harry Potter's room. I'm sorry. See, under the stairs. So sorry about that. But anyway, I was just trying to say, I finished the litter box project. I put litter boxes in the garage, and then I put a passage to let our cats get out there to go poop. And that's the whole plan, is to keep the smells out of the house as much as possible. Now, I know this is not a great job. It's pretty sloppy, but that's because we're under the stairs. Nobody's ever going to see this part. So, you know, I put my effort where it's needed, and it's not needed here. Custer's just checking out. This is the first time they've seen it. They haven't seen any of this before. Brand new. I just opened it up to them. And you can see Custer's the only one to have checked it out so far. And then if we just pull back a little bit more, I know it looks a little strange, but there we go. The regular basement you guys are all familiar with. It's full of stuff still because we're working on everything, but real easy. I'm also going to put a door that gets them into here so that they can go through there. I haven't decided where to put it yet, though. That's why we don't have it. And there's a little bit of litter right here because this is where the litter box has been. So they're used to going in and out this way. So I'm just going to leave it open for now and let them get used to the new thing. Hopefully find a litter box and not just poop on the floor. And then I'll decide where to put the door later. It could go even over here on this wall. I could move this thing out of the way. It could go over here. It could. This is fake. This is not even a real vent. It's just a hole that goes through the wall already. So that's pretty convenient and would be a good choice, but it's a weird shape. And I got to do something about, well, actually, I don't have to do something about that. I didn't realize it was there a minute ago. But I just put a board across the top of this inside the wall so that a cat that went in from the other side, let me show you. Hopefully we don't lose this again. I'm just showing you house stuff. It doesn't matter, but we're going to get the kittens. I promise we're going to go weigh some kittens soon. There you go. So there's the other side. It's just a hole for no reason. And I just put a 2x4 across the top of it so that the cats couldn't try to climb up inside the wall. So there's just a little tiny space here. It's nothing. So my point being, I didn't even realize that outlet was there, but now I don't have to worry about the outlet because it is blocked off by that 2x4. So there you go. It's the same way I finished this. You can see the one that I put across the top. And then later on, when somebody wants to patch this, that'll be where you put new drywall and you just cover it up, and it's nothing. It's easy, easy patch. So at this point, I've done nothing to break the house in any way. It's easy to change that, undo it if we want. That's the way I like to make changes. Easy enough to undo. Hi, Maggie. Are you going to run for us? She does run once in a while. Come here. You going to run for us? Hi, what do we got? Oh, you're a good girl anyway. Nope, not running. Okay. I hear her running on this sometimes from the bedroom. I haven't seen her do it since we've moved here, but it's a fact. I do hear it. Nothing much else for me to show you down here. You guys have seen, this is all, again, furniture that hasn't been put away yet, although this is the faculty lounge. They like to come and hang out right here. That's why it's all blankets and fur. And then this is going to be the kitten room eventually. This is the room we have planned to be Kitten Academy. Let me zoom out a little, you get a wider angle. Right now we feed the faculty in here. You can see we already got the Kitten Academy signs up. And it's nice and clean and organized and everything's ready to go, except there needs to be a wall here and there isn't yet. That wall needs to be right here with a door and then we'll be all set. So that's still pending. In fact, I probably should check with our contractor because it's about the middle of October and he said October is when we would get the door and be able to schedule the work. So that's a thing. Speaking of things, this is neither here nor there, but we're getting new HVAC. You might have seen the message on the stream today about getting new HVAC. This is the new HVAC. They completely installed it. They took away the old one, they put in the new one real fast, but you can see it's still open, and I had to put a cardboard box here just in case there's a couple of wires laying around I don't want the cats to get into. And the reason is that they did not get the electrician to come out today that needs to finish the job. In fact, he won't be out until next week, Monday. So until Monday, we're just going with whatever the temperature is outside, which is, that's not actually true anyway. We have 2 fireplaces. We have an entire pile of space heaters and We even have a portable air conditioning unit that I could put in a room if we got really desperate. I don't think we will. I was about to take you guys to the old kitten room. Hi, Eddie. Let's say hi to Eddie, though. Or not. Um, Actually, I am going to take you to the old kitten room for just 1 second. Just want you to see the old kitten room. So this is where the kittens have been living. You might recognize it. You might not. I had a faculty litter box there all day while they were locked up in here. The faculty was in here today because of the contractors working on the HVAC. So they were just stuck in the entire bedroom suite. But you can see it's all cleaned up. Some people would think it's ready to go for a new mom cat to come in. Not the plan. Oh, hey, buddy. Wow. Good thing we were doing this. You're not allowed to eat that, pal. You're on a diet. We've been keeping Custard separate for all of the feedings now. See, he was locked up in here with his food, which he's finished. So we've been keeping Custard separate for all the feedings now, hoping to try to get his weight down a little bit since he's had a record high. I don't even want to say the number. It's a lot higher than he should be. He's probably a big cat like Custard, should probably be 14 pounds. You know, he could probably wear 14 pounds and look pretty good. But he's 18 pounds right now. So he's got like almost an entire mom cat in extra weight right now. Light mom cat. You know, our mom cat's 6.5 pounds or something. So he's like 4 over, you know, the better part of. All right, Eddie, will you say hi now? Huh? Eddie was like, please don't put me back in the bedroom. That's why he ran away so fast. He's been locked up in the bedroom all day. So, like I said. Okay. I promised you some kittens. All right. Oh, wait. We're going to take one more stop. I fooled you. I'm such a tease. I know. Look at them over there sleeping too. Look how cute they are. Here. Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness. Floor floofs. Floor floofs. That's not easy to say. Okay. So the reason I stopped is because I want to bring a scale with me. And there's a scale. I think I stashed it right over here. Didn't I? Yes, that's it right there. I know. Okay. Hey, there's nothing else in there, but you don't want to go in there. Oh. There we go. All right. I don't know what you're looking at. What are you looking at? All right. So here's Logan Berry. Don't go bother him. Go do something else. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Use your brain cell. Okie dokie. Now we get to see some kittens. I wasn't lying. So if you haven't seen us since the last close-up, then this will all be new to you. We moved the kittens to the sunroom since the room that we have planned for them is not ready yet. I wanted to get them out of the room they were in and into something new because they really need new experiences. And I wanted to make it easy. There's 2 doors here. This is a door and this is a door. So we can open both of them and the room's way open. And I wanted to make it easier for them to go run around the house and see things. So that's the goal. And that's why we moved them here. Also, DJ and I decided this carpet is wrecked. You probably can't tell by looking at it. I discovered this isn't even the actual color of the carpet. It was like a salmon pink color. And this is all faded from the sun, I guess, or maybe they bleached it. But there was a spot in the corner that was like, it looked like a wine stain on the rug when we were moving in. I saw it and I'm like, oh, you know, this obviously there's a stain on this rug. It's not that great. Carpet, I mean carpet. And there was a red stain right about here. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. It's over there somewhere. I'm not seeing it myself in this light, but I thought, oh, they spilled some wine. They could never get it cleaned up, you know. And then as I was in here the other day working on wiring the room, see this, I did these, very professional job. As I was in here the other day wiring the room, I had an occasion to pull this vent up and take a look. And when I pulled the vent up, I realized that pink color that I thought was a wine stain is actually the color of the carpet. It's the rest of the carpet that is discolored because you can still see the original color. And, oh, she is rolling over for these belly rubs. What a sweetie. This is Lore. Hi. So, yeah, anyway, my point was that DJ and I discussed before we moved the kittens in here. I said, look, I think we can agree that rug is already destroyed. So if we move some kittens in there and they end up, you know, messing up the rug, it's no loss. And she said, yes, I concur. Yes. So So that's it. That's the story of how they got here in a nutshell. I know I made it real brief for you, the viewer. I care about your time, and I would hate to waste it with meaningless stories that you don't care about and have nothing to do with cute kittens. You can trust me not to do that. Um, oh boy, what was I saying? They're so cute. This is Lore. I said that already. This is Lore's mother, who is named Scribbles. And this is the boy Brochure. Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh, yeah, you guys look tired. Were you running around before this? Were you? Yeah. Oh, look how dusty my watch is from all that construction stuff I was doing right before the stream. I don't think I've even really washed my hands yet. It's fine. A little bit of drywall. It's kaopectate, basically, right? No worry. Oh, hey, buddy. This is Manifesto. He was in the big kid litter box. That's where he jumped down from. So this is a piece of furniture that houses a litter box. We bought it for this room when we had Jumper in here temporarily. And that was never meant to stay in here. It was just a temporary thing. DJ doesn't want a litter box in the sunroom in the long run. I don't either. I don't know why I'm blaming her for that. But I bought one that would look good with the house, thinking I could maybe put it in my office or we could move it somewhere where it would get used by the faculty. But I did leave it in here. I gave them a second litter box that they're used to, regular, just on the floor. I've seen a couple of the kittens using the big kid one, though, which is great. I didn't expect them to take to it so quickly, but these are really, really smart kids. This is, I think I said Manifesto. He's one boy, and Brochure is the other boy. They are so cute right now, aren't they? Speaking of how cute they are, we went to the vet with them this week on Monday, and the vet diagnosed them with cuteness. They definitely are cute. We know now. Actually, the vet said that they were perfectly healthy, which we knew too. They are in really good health. One thing you might think is interesting, I thought was interesting, and I also thought it was funny. I may have mentioned that I had suspected I saw a couple fleas, but again, I haven't seen any since. It was it's like you see one or two fleas, and you don't necessarily have to worry about it because it's not an infestation. It's not a big deal. And it turns out that was confirmed at the vet. At first I thought I was crazy because she's checking the kittens and there's no fleas and there's no fleas and there's no fleas. And they checked mom, no fleas. And I'm like, what is going on? I was sure I saw one. I was sure of it. But then she checked the boys. And it turns out that both of the boys had fleas on them and none of the girls had fleas on them. And you tell me what to make of that. I don't know. Seems like the jokes, they write themselves, but we got a couple dirty boys. So they did have fleas, but when I say fleas, I'm talking not very many, like one or two probably running around still, but they're too young for us to treat them with actual evolution. They have to be 8 weeks old for that, and they're only 6.5 now. So they're getting close. And what I said was, we'll keep an eye on them. And if it seems like it's bothering them, then we will give them baths in Dawn dish soap, which is sort of the shelter and vet recommended way to handle it for little tiny kittens. Just a real gentle bath, a little bit of Dawn soap and a rinse. It's not a big deal. There was a lady at On Angel's Wings back in Illinois. They use this technique all the time. And one of the ladies there, I loved seeing the kittens come in there and her giving them the little Dawn baths because they were every cat she was so gentle with them. They really were just treated like a spa. They just settle in. She'd get the water just right. It's fantastic. Anyway, so like I was saying, if they show like they're bothered by it, then we'll get them that. But if they don't seem too bothered by it, we'll just wait it out and give them the Revolution in another week and a half or so. So easy peasy. They don't seem too bothered. So not a big thing. Then what else happened at the vet? So we were supposed to give them their first vaccines, and I actually have to call the vet back and reschedule that part because I felt like I was taking up too much of her time, and there was a question of whether or not this one, mother, had distemper vaccines. I know she's had her rabies vaccine. I wasn't sure if they gave her the distemper vaccine And since that was in the question, I said, well, let me find out. We'll bring her back. We'll bring all the kittens back with her, and we just do the vaccines there with a tech. No big deal. Excuse me. So that is the plan. But as I said, not yet scheduled. She also suggested to me that she is going to do Dari. She's going to do Ari's dental work, or give it a try anyway. And I think it'll go well. So I got to schedule that with her too. She's a really good vet. I know some of you are wondering if she's going to be able to get these kittens adopted at 3 months, because that was a question of, she says she normally waits until 6 months to spay and neuter. But I talked to her and she said, well, she's willing to do it at 3 months if they get big enough. So they have to be big enough for it to be an easy operation. Now, the boys are no problem. I know at 3 months, she can do the boys. She's not even going to have to think about it. She said the same thing. I said, well, come on, the boys are easy. And she said, yeah, no, boys, no problem. We can do them at 3, no question. The girls are the question. So we got to make sure we get all the weight on those girls. So at 3 months, they're ready to get their spays and go to their homes. So, hey, buddy. All right. They're so gentle. We have some classes that we need to learn not to use your teeth or not to use your claws. This class is very, very gentle with their teeth and their claws. I guess good learning from their mom. Megalina, I don't think she set a specific target weight. I think 3 pounds is what we would expect at 3 months. But what it really is about, oh man, I was just almost tipping over the grass here. I put some fresh grass out for them. I thought it would be funny if I put them right in front of the camera so we could watch it grow, because it wasn't quite grown yet. There wasn't a specific weight. I think what it really is about size. Are they going to be big enough for her to, feel comfortable doing the surgery? It's tiny little bits that you got to deal with in the girls, and I know she wants to make sure that she can feel comfortable with it. And I said, yes, that's what I want to. If you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. Whatever. We only want to do what she feels really comfortable with. So yeah, that's the plan. 3 months is still, I think we're going to be fine. These kids are big. These kids are so fat and so healthy. I'm not worried about it. I don't think it's going to be any problem for this group. So, Manifesto, let's find out exactly how big you are. Do you want to come get weighed, buddy? Huh? Do you? What you doing? Hi. What is this? Oh, you're such a sweetie, though. You're such a good boy. Okay. Hi, okay. Oh my goodness. Too cute. I was going to make this a short one. I was going to come in and say, guys, this is going to be a really short one. I just want to show you the new litter box. And then look where we are. We haven't even started weighing the kittens yet, but they're being too cute. I saw your comment about little belt. The interface here. The comments immediately disappear. There we go. Destructo Girl. Oh, yeah, look at his little belt. Yes, I didn't realize that until you said it, though. It's cute. It does look like he's wearing some sort of little vest or something with a tiny little tie. Do you remember they used to have those electric weight belts or something? I'm picturing old advertisements on black and white TV is what we're talking about, right? That's what it looks like to me, like one of those girdles, but the ones that were hooked up to a machine that was supposed to help you work off your belly fat. Maybe something like that is what I'm picturing. Maybe I'm just picturing a girdle, period. That could be too. Anyway, all right, 30.2. So you weigh almost 2 pounds and you're only 6.5 weeks old. So look at that. They are ahead of schedule. And they are going to be all good. All right, then we get our second. Hi, are you guys going to fight? Okay, you want to keep doing it? Or can I take one of you, Wade? Okay, keep going. I think they're pretty gentle with themselves, too, because the only one I ever hear complain is Sonnet, and she complains about everything. So, but you don't really take it too seriously coming from her. All right, so this is Brochure. He's the other boy. There's 2 boys in this group. And he weighs 31.2 ounces today. So again, right on the edge of 2 pounds. Hey, buddy. Oh, look at that green wall. That looks real nice, doesn't it? Oh, such a pretty boy. Okay. We should do that real quick with Manifesto, so people that want to take little screenshots of their close-up faces can do that. Okay, buddy. Oh, I know. He's like, what is happening? Hang on. Let me get a better grip. You look like you're about to slide right out of my fingers. Here. There we go. How's that? Feel better? Oh, he's like, no, put me down. All right. You got it. Right there, pal. Okay, go back to work. Back to work. Let's go in order. Let's find Sonnet. Where is she? Where is everybody else? Huh? Nope, that's not them. Those are just toys. They're not sleeping in the litter box, are they? Oh, boy. I hope they don't think they have to sleep. Oh, I bet they're on this pillow. Behind the pillow? No, I bet they are in the litter box. Okay, now I have to look in the litter box. I don't see these. We're missing kittens. Anybody in there? Oh! Okay, guys, I can... Oh! My head... Yeah, I know. My headset just turned off, so I don't know if I normally use the headset microphone or not. Look, there's a little space. This is the litter box. This is the entry, and there's this little space here that you can squeeze into. I didn't think any kittens were going to find it, but there they are. That's where they're hiding. I did not... I didn't think they'd find it because there's just a tiny gap here next to the litter box, and they have to go right through that gap to get down here. It's the only way, unless you open it up, because that's covered by the panel, see? All right. Good job. Okay, so Sonnet is next to get weighed. Come here, Sonnet. We're going to pinch your... I'm just going to get her to... Oh, no, that's not coming that way. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, we got you out. Okay. All right, so let's pick her up here. Focus, focus. Oh, you got some big eye goobers. Okay, well, now I got to put her down again because the scale turned off and I only got one hand. Yeah, okay. Hello. Yeah, we were here the whole time. Where were you? Okay, so here is Sonnet again. Sonnet is a girl. Orange girl's a little more rare. Not incredibly rare. I think 1 in 5 just on, raw numbers. 24.4 anyways, how much she weighs. So she's a bit lighter. She's more like 1.5 pounds, but doing good. I know she's doing good. I think she's probably the lightest also. Let's see here. I was going to say the vet was telling me about, she had like an entire family of orange girls, which she thought was extraordinary, and I thought was extraordinary, and then I thought, is it? Or is there a way that lines up genetically so that all the orange ones have to be girls, right? I can't remember. Megalina is the expert on this, but I feel like she had told us about a way that like all the girls have to be, all the oranges have to be girls in a litter depending on the way the parents' genes are. Something like that? Oh my gosh, I'm making stuff up, right? Anyway, I wonder. Okay, so we did Sonnet, which brings us to Lore. Hi, Lore. Okay, now you're coming with us. Oh, you're going to look good with that green wall and your red hair, but I'm holding this phone the wrong way. Okay, hang on. Oh, boy, you're too floofy, too. Hang on. Better grip. Okay. Look at all that. Oh, you look worried. Are you worried? You're not worried. Look at those ear tufts. Oh, man, you can't really see them until you get... Okay, she's just a cutie pie here. Let's take... Oh, you cutie pie. Okay, right there. Ooh. You got it. Oh, yeah, you're a sweetheart. 30.6, so it's not all floof. There's a lot of kitten in there, too. She is super floofy. Super, super floofy. Hi, okay. Okay. Oh, I see. That's what I was thinking of. Okay, Megalina, thanks for clearing that up. Just for anybody that's not reading the chat, she says, not any less extraordinary than a litter of all orange boys. When both the mom, I don't know why I said it that way, than a litter of all orange boys. When both mom and dad are orange, all kittens will be orange. That's the trick. So if mom and dad are both orange, all the kittens have to be orange, whether they're boys or girls. So in those classes, you probably get a fair number of orange girls, but Here we go. That was an exception. She had a class that was all orange girls, not just the like 50-50 you would expect. There's something close to 50-50 in that case, right? Something averaging 50-50. Okay. Our last one is also in the litter boxes, and what is that face? Yes. He's got a little bit of that Ari face going on sometimes, but who's really got it is Haiku. That's a kitten right there. It's not just a dust ball. If you really look, you can figure out those are ears. Yeah, well, it could be a chinchilla. Maybe we should check. That could explain why they're hanging out by the litter box, right? Just taking a bath. Come here, come here, come here. Oh, yeah, look at you. I'm sorry I woke you up. So this is Haiku, the other girl, the other girl. And she's a dilute calico. We decided that she's technically a calico because of all the white. I think that's the way it works. If there's white, it's technically a calico. But if there is only black and red, then it is a tortie. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. This is another one of those Megalina genetics questions. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Okay, 25.2 for little Haiku. All right, you're also down there with Sonnet, so let's get you two. Okay, a lot more food into both of you. All right, don't start going in there like your sisters. That's ridiculous. Don't listen to them. Okay. I do the same thing in there that I do out here. I put a cardboard box behind because the walls on this don't quite go up high enough. This keeps things a little bit safer. The disposable litter boxes that we buy are great, and they sell them saying that you can actually put a top on them by just taking one and inverting it, and then they've got these little tabs that click together, so you can make it into a litter box with a top. But I tried it, and it works, except that you can't scoop the litter. If you've ever had a litter box where the only hole is in the front, it's awkward to try to get in there and scoop the litter. Like almost all the top litter boxes have, like the opening extends a little bit up on top too, so it's easier to get to, or is entirely on top, or has some other way to open the lid when you want to access the litter. So I don't recommend them for that. I use the other thing, but otherwise they're great litter boxes. They fantastic. They last forever, just despite being cardboard that's just been treated with like wax or something. There's not much more to it than that. Well, we weighed the kittens. This thing went longer than I expected. I'm sorry, so much of it was talk about things that have nothing to do with these kitties. And there wasn't more footage of the kitties while I was walking around the house showing you nonsense. So, to apologize, I've set something up special for all of you. It's called the Kitten Academy live stream. And if you check it out, you can watch these kittens all day long from the cameras in this room. I said that like I set it up special for you guys. I'm lying. It's been going for 10 years straight without interruption, without major interruption. A few hours here and there. Yeah, so there you go. All right. Thanks again, everybody. I'm going to head out. I got some other things to take care of, and then I'm going to come in here and hang out with the kittens. Maybe I'll see all of you. All right. Have a good one.